One of the most hardest things about graduating from school is the fact that you are not a kid no more. You are going inside the real world, and that thought can be pretty scary. Trust me, I will know it because I'm currently going through it now. I have just graduated from school. I even just last month. That's crazy. May 31st. It's the duration was a month ago, but it's crazy how fast time is going now. I'm no longer a kid, and I'm just really thinking about how hard life is gonna get for me, and how much stuff I am gonna have to go through, and how complicated the adult life must be. I was getting overwhelmed, but then I remember something. I heard from a motivational speech on YouTube. It was pretty much that you need to take one step at a time. Taking one step can mean something so significant. Taking one step can be more valuable than taking 100 steps. Why? Because to order to get to the 100 steps, you need to take that first step. I feel like inside life, people just get so caught up in just doing so much stuff at once. They want to work towards that business. They want to work towards getting good grades. So what they do is that they just try to take up so much stuff at once, try to take up so much information at once. But the problem is that they're not realizing that they're overloading themselves. That's a problem that I realized that, hey, I shouldn't, that shouldn't even be a problem in the first place, bro. That should not be a problem in the first place. You could actually overload yourself if you just do too much stuff at once, which is why I'm saying take the first step. Just take one step at a time. But it's very important for you to start. And when you're starting, you need to take one step. Every journey begins with the first step. A lot of people, I'm not trying to target no one, but a lot of people just sit around not doing nothing because apparently life is too hard. Apparently they can't handle it. The problem with that is the fact that it's not that you can't handle it, but you just choose not to. You choose not to get up and figure it out. And inside life, we all gotta figure stuff out, and it can be overwhelming at times. Everything is getting thrown at us at once, and that can be really stressful. And honestly, at times it can even be pretty depressing. It can really get that bad. But what makes it more bearable if you just take one step, go one step at a time. One step at a time. You get through a storm if you do that. Why? Because you're not overwhelming yourself with so much stuff at once. Okay, for example, I just come out of school. The one things I have to work towards is getting a car, obviously. The one thing I could do to work towards getting a car is getting my driver's license. That's one thing. I'll have to come out of school and try to figure out, okay, I need to get a job right away. So I start saving towards this car right away. There's other responsibilities I'm gonna have to take up as well. There's other stuff I have to take up as well. But the point is that I'm doing one thing, try to get to the next one. I take one step to get to the second step, the second step to get to the third step. I'm not leaping. Because when you leap step, that's exhausting. When you walk up the stairs, right? When you walk up the stairs, do you leap up? Do you leap up? Do you run up? Or do you walk? It's more simple just to walk, right? You can leap, you walk, but you're gonna get more exhausted more faster. If you walk, you're not gonna get exhausted as fast. That's what I'm trying to say. If you just take one step into working towards what you want to do inside life, then you're gonna see real progress than you trying to take on so much responsibilities at once. And I understand you're ambitious, you're excited, you just want to get it done, man. Like I feel that for you because I'm ambitious about my future too. I have so much stuff I want to do. I'm excited to do it, but I have to remember that I want to take one step at a time. One step at a time, one step at a time. Sorry, I was a little parched. But back to the video. Let's talk about when you were a baby. You were a baby. You couldn't do nothing for yourself. You couldn't feed yourself. You couldn't go to the bathroom. So you had to get changed by other people. You couldn't walk and do anything for yourself. But eventually, you learn to creep. You might start creeping backwards, but eventually you got it under control. You figure out how to creep forward. Then eventually you learn to try to stand up. Then eventually you learn how to walk. And you learn not just to walk, you learn how to run, to jump. These small fundamentals that we all go through inside our lives really gives us a really good example. It gives us a really great illustration about how life is right now. You did not know how to walk when you were first born. Now look at you now. You're running. You're jumping, you're skipping. You're probably doing backflips, cartwheels, exercises. You're doing so much stuff now. Stuff that a baby could only imagine of doing. You know why? Because you growing. But you just didn't grow by being a baby who couldn't barely do anything for themselves. Who waking up one day and saying, "Mama, I can walk." No, you had to take each step one at a time to get where you want to be. And that's the same thing about life. That's the same thing about working towards your goals. Now, when you're taking one step at a time, what you need to do is focus. For real. You do need to focus. It ain't gonna make sense if you're taking a step, but you ain't even watching your step. Next thing you fall down. Does that make sense? That makes no sense. You still gotta stay focused, but don't put too much on yourself. And also, one thing I want to mention is give yourself grace, because you know how much steps you walk up since birth. Yeah, you want to try to get to where you want to be in the future. You want to try to have your own house. You want to have your own car. You want to have your own business. That's great. Love that for you. But don't let what you want distract you from what you already have. Don't let it distract you from what you already accomplished. You get really blinded by that at times. Sometimes it's just great to just sit down and just, I did that. Sometimes just gonna do that. Sometimes just sit down, relax, look around and say, man, I did that. I put the 100% inside my books. I studied my butt off. I got out of school. I worked my butt off at work. Now I'm getting my promotion. You know, it's just so, it's complex, but it can be so simplex if we just cut up inside small pieces. You know, life is a puzzle, and you're not gonna be able to solve the puzzle if you just throw everything on the mat, whatever you put the puzzle on. If you just throw all the puzzle down at once, and then you're just trying to put everything together without really paying attention to what you're doing. That's not gonna help. The best thing to do is strategically pick each puzzle piece up and then try to figure which one goes into which one. This puzzle pieces are fit inside this one. Let me try this one. You finally find two that fits. Okay, let me try to find the next one. Steps one at a time. You're building yourself one at a time. That's how you evolve. That's how you become a better person. That's how you can become the best version of yourself. That is how you are going to become the best version of yourself. It's really that simple. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy. I'm not saying that sometimes you just wanna not do it. That's life. But we gotta stay focused. We gotta log in. That's the only way we're gonna get it done. So give yourself grace, man, because you came so far to it. Where you've been before, you're not close to the person who you were before. You're not even the same person who you were yesterday. You are constantly changing, and that's wonderful. You're not stagnant. You're evolving. You're changing, and I love that for you, man. That's great. Just keep grinding, taking one step at a time, and eventually you're gonna see where you wanna be. You're gonna see yourself where you wanna be. One of my goals was to pass all of my classes with a 4.0 GPA or higher. When I first went to this, my school that I graduated from, and I just not got a 4.0 GPA or higher. I passed all of my BJC's exams as well. And you know something? I failed my BJC exam before. I took only English and I failed it. But I came back and I just not take only English, or I take math and health sciences. When I passed, I would flying colors. And you know how I passed it? I didn't learn everything at once. I had to learn everything one at a time. My teacher had to build me up to where I could have been able to actually figure it out by myself. It wasn't easy. It takes determination, it takes discipline. Yeah, it even takes some fears, because even inside school it can be really stressful. Sometimes you actually know this point. It takes pushing the doubt from the side of my mind away, because that fear from failing again was there. But I didn't. I achieved my goals. And you could too. You could achieve your goals. You can do it. Just how you might fail. Yeah, sure, you might fail. But we're bound to fail. Let's be real. We're bound to fail. In order for us to have our biggest success, we must have our biggest failures first, bro. For us to have our biggest success, we need to have our biggest failure first. But that's thinking actually. Damn. I should be a preacher. Shoot, I'm a spinning bars. But you have your biggest success and you have your biggest failures first. And that's the truth. I failed one of my exams, but I came back and I not just passed it. I passed two more. I knocked out the water. Like, destroyed that. And it really shows. One step you take adds on over time. You take one step today, okay? You take one step tomorrow, okay? If you keep doing it every single day for the whole entire year, how much does it take? 365 steps. 365 steps every day. I mean, for a year, oh my god. Or 366 if it's a leap year. But my point, what I'm trying to say, is the fact that it adds up over time. It adds up over time. That's why I keep saying, like, you could build yourself. You're building yourself to become the best version of yourself. Just stay locked in, focus, and you got that. I am rooting for you. Matter of fact, I'm not just rooting for you, I'm rooting with you. Because I'm in this race as well. I am grinding as well. I'm trying to be the best version of myself as well. We are all in this together. I don't want to all figure it out, but I'm gonna figure it out. And you're gonna figure it out too, because I believe in you. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.